Hello, I'm Oscar Holland, and welcome back to Chezzetcook, the fictional Canadian city on the beautiful Atlantic coast of Nova Scotia. It's been about a month since the last video, so we've got a lot to cover. This is pretty much where we left off at the end of the last video, so let's jump right into the time-lapse. If you follow me on any of my social media pages like Facebook, Instagram, and Reddit, you may have seen I've been making my way around the Citadel. In this video, you're going to see just a few minutes of building and then some cinematics of the finished areas. Most of the building and detailing takes place off camera, but if you're interested in seeing any more footage, I've got most of it saved, so just let me know in the comments. And of course, if you enjoy the video, click the like button and subscribe for more Chezzetcook videos. So you're going to see two neighborhoods built. Here I'm working on the first one, which is between the Citadel and Pepeswick Park. The buildings used here are based on homes and apartment buildings in San Francisco, but they're actually quite similar to the homes found in Halifax, Nova Scotia. The moment I saw them on the workshop, I knew that they were perfect for Chezzetcook. Using the painter mod to change the buildings to more vibrant colors, it makes this neighborhood similar to many found in Eastern Canada. For a full list of mods and assets used in Chezzetcook, see the links in the description to my Steam Workshop collections. You'll notice in this video, I often go to look at what I'm building from the perspective of the Citadel. As I've mentioned in previous videos, there are views that are considered historic and can't be obstructed, so I'm making sure any taller buildings are not blocking those views. A few details here and there, like the power poles and the decals, and then we're moving on to the next neighborhood. This neighborhood between the Citadel and the Atlantic Ocean is primarily built using the New England townhouse collection. Very colonial and perfect for the city of Chezzetcook. These little ones are some of my favorites. Never mind the garbage and the homes waiting for dead people to be collected. I do get all that stuff sorted out after I'm done building. My playstyle includes making the city actually function. One of the only game mechanics I don't tend to play with is the budget. I have a vanilla city that I do that stuff in. Chezzetcook is more of a functioning digital model city. Here is one of the highlights of this area of the city, and it doesn't actually take too much work. Just like Halifax, Chezzetcook features a town clock at the base of the Citadel. Alongside the clock, I use the Procedural Objects mod to create a staircase that takes you up to the top of the hill. At some point, I'll add some tourism information signs for Sims to read while looking out over the city and the ocean horizon. Here you see the two neighborhoods in one shot. The trickiest part is always transitioning between neighborhoods. Usually I'll break them up using something that stands out. Sometimes it's a park or a school. In this case I end up using a couple of taller buildings and a church. Before I do that, I place a few modern residential buildings down by the beach and some modern offices overlooking the square. Again, nothing too tall that would obstruct the views from the Citadel. I keep the square fairly simple. Just a couple of paths, trees, and a gazebo to hang out in. At the shoreline in front of the Citadel, I built a small marina. Because it's on the open ocean, not protected by natural barriers like islands or in a cove, it needed some artificial protection. So we used the quays to create a small harbor to protect the sailboats and the boat launch area from the Atlantic waves. I use the concrete docks, pier networks, and these ferry terminal piers to create the interior. I'm not using them as ferry terminals, so I just turn that feature off. This part really is mostly just for show. In the interior of the New England style homes, I had a bit of space, so I decided to lightly detail them with fenced yards and some foliage and decals. It's very simple, but it fills in the blank space and makes overhead shots look a bit more realistic. Also in the area in front of the Citadel, over by the beach, I have a lighthouse. This particular asset is the Peggy's Cove Lighthouse, which is a famous landmark in Nova Scotia. The area is quite the tourist attraction. I thought it was a fitting asset to have in Chezzetcook, guiding sailors to the safety of the Pepeswick Inlet. Finally, I've made a ferry terminal using the vanilla asset, but converting it to procedural objects to duplicate it and make it a little larger and a bit nicer. The ferry will run across the Pepeswick Inlet to the not yet built ocean town of Martinique. I tidy up the area around the ferry terminal by straightening out this quay and adding a parking lot. And just behind the ferry terminal, I had a few residential and office buildings as well as a hotel. And that just about wraps it up for the time-lapse. Stick around for the cinematics, enjoy, and please let me know what you think. Not sure what the next episode will be yet. I haven't built much more than what you see. But either way, I'll see you next time.